Hello, my name is Adil Hussain, and you're watching Entertainment Shots with Surabhi on Entertainment Report.
Was that script written for you?
Generally, I'm given this intense characters to play.
Yeah.
Adil is an intense actor, but I have a heart as well, and I fell in love so many times in my life. Very glad, even if they haven't written for me, I would have said, yeah, I will do it.
Which platform brings the best in you as an actor?
Theatre, any day. So I'm settling for less all the time in most of the films.
Recently, you said that some Eastern actor should be casted in Mirabai's biopic.
No, imagine Milkha Singh is played by a Naga man. How do you feel? I had great respect for Priyanka Chopra because I think she's a great actor. But it's not about Priyanka Chopra, it's about the film. It's about respecting a particular part of the country, and Northeast had been always neglected.
Hi, I'm Surabhi from Entertainment Reports. How are you?
I'm very well, Surabhi. Thank you so much for asking. And you truly meant it when you asked me, how am I? I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good too.
Good.
So, firstly, I would like to start by complimenting you for the and rose. I know that we are used to compliments and all of that because
No, not always. Don't overestimate me. I get criticized all the time by my son and my friends all the time. You tell me. I can live with few compliments. Thank you.
So no, but I would like to compliment you. Because
Thank you.
the amount of reluctance, hesitation, interest, and love. All of that in Mr. Sen is something only an Adil Hussain can perform. It's only you. And was that script written for you?
I don't know. They always tell you that it's written for you, and I trust them. I hope that's the truth. And I trust Indrani and Tanvi, who got in touch with me. Generally, I'm given this intense characters to play. Adil is an intense actor. But I have a heart as well, and I fell in love so many times in my life, and I can understand the heart can feel love at any age, at any time. So I was very glad, even if they haven't written for me, I would have said, yeah, I will do it.
That's so honest of you. All these three short films under Love in the Times of Corona is so true. I mean, we have, this subconscious fear of losing our loved ones, have somehow lured us into connecting us, or reconnecting us with someone we would have, connected maybe sometime, or we would have taken our relationships for granted. Was there anyone who you have connected with in real life during this pandemic?
I had been a very, very active person in terms of keeping the relationship alive with all my friends. I'm a guy who picks up the phone after every 1.5 months, probably. I'll go through my contact list and I call. I haven't spoken to this guy for a long time. My childhood friends, my friends from school, my friends from NSD, my friends from college, my friends from UK when I studied there, and other friends that I made. So I did not feel guilty about not being in touch with someone often, probably once or twice, but not during the Corona time. I had been extremely actively getting in touch with a lot of people. No, I did not. I can say that with pride, I guess, that I didn't. I take them seriously. I value them. I try at least. Probably unknowingly, if I have been, not valuing something, I don't know, but I actively try that.
Okay, you said that, you have always kept in touch with all the people that you really have ever bonded. Probably have ever bonded with. But I would still want to know, do you believe in the idea of re-finding love? Yeah.
I think, yes, I think love is a feeling, it's a strong feeling, which always the heart, it sabotages your intelligence, it sabotages your intellectual ideas and in your thinking mind, and it just bursts open. And I feel that that's the prime ingredient of the creation. Love, I'm talking about selfless love, I'm talking about even romantic love. If you truly love someone, then you love. Doesn't matter whether you get back, you if the person reciprocates or not. And I think that It's the prime ingredient of the universe and the Srishti, whatever you call it, the creation. And the heart possesses an unending reservoir of love, and it can burst forth anytime. Anybody can trigger it, anything can trigger it. And if it is triggered by a human being, and if you are straight, then by a woman; if you are gay, then by men; or if you are lesbian, by a woman, or transgender, whatever it is, but it could be another human being. That's the most
Yeah.
important identity, I believe. And all these segregations, I don't believe in it. I believe that another human being, be it whoever that is, caste, religion, gender, and class, and nationalities, and I don't believe in all that. And it can happen, or age for that matter, in this
Mm.
case, the film that we are talking about.
Yeah.
So it can happen to anybody, and it should happen if it has to happen. And probably one could express it with a lot of dignity and respect and integrity. That those are very important other
Ingredients.
ingredients could come in between, and take responsibility of the expression, whatever you are expressed, and
Yeah.
probably you might get a reciprocation from the other side. You might not, but that you should be okay with it, because it's your choice to love or not to love. And if you choose
Yeah.
it, you take the responsibility of your choice and the consequences also.
That's very beautifully put. Honestly, that is really,
Oh,
I
please.
mean it. What could have an Adil Hussain done in that meeting, that short meeting with this woman he's loved for over 25 years, apart from just taking a rose and, going, what else would have Adil Hussain done?
No idea, because there should not be any strategy in love. I always believe in organicity, something which is spontaneous and yet, as I said, laced with dignity. It is important to be organic. It is important to follow the feeling. Anything can happen. What could I do? I don't think it's about doing. Doing is a consequence of your
Yeah.
being. Being is the most important part. Your being is actually residing in a more compassionate and empathetic and in a respectful space. Then your doing becomes very dignified, and that doing could have been anything. Could be a song that you sang, could be holding hands, could be a kiss,
Yeah.
could be embrace, could be lovemaking. Anything can happen.
You worked in so many films, so many industries, so many languages. Did a 21, 22-year-old Adil Hussain ever imagine or expect that he would reach where he is today?
No, no, no. I didn't have a destination, you see, for some reason. And later I realized it's a wise thing to not to have a destination. I think it is most important to enjoy the journey, whatever the journey is, including, the thorns and the roses and the puddles and the ocean and whatever. I never had a
Yeah.
destination. I always wanted to act. That is the only destination, if at all it can be called. Later I realized that the great masters who I believe and I have read, and whose philosophies I admire a lot,
Yeah.
art is a vehicle. It's a vehicle. You get into it towards a destination which you don't know, and probably you realize later that towards a destination which will allow you to expand your horizon of understanding, expand your awareness. That's probably the only destination, if at all I can call it. So I did not see myself at all, whatever you think, wherever I am. I just know that I love acting, and I want to act more and more, and I want to act better, and I love acting. That much I can
Yeah.
tell you.
I want to know that, you have worked in theater as well as in films and OTT and other platforms.
Mm.
Which platform brings the best in you as an actor?
Theater, any day.
Why?
Because I get to rehearse, I get to explore, I get to research, I get to go deeper into my role in 2 or 3 months of rehearsals every day.
Yeah.
And I get to know my co-actors. I get to create a new world full-fledgedly, wholesomely, which I don't get in a film. Films are made in a hurry all the time in India. at the most 5 days of sort of reading, and which is not good enough. And some good things can come up, but unless you have seen great things, you will not appreciate, you will not understand the difference between a good thing and a great thing. Like if you have always had a terrible biryani and or anything that you eat, and you go somewhere and it makes the world's best biryani, you're like, oh my God, I've never. Then you will not settle for less. And I have tasted that in theater. So I'm settling for less all the time in most of the films. I'm settling for less because I don't get the time to go deeper into the role. And that is one complaint that I have about acting in films. So sometimes I feel that, okay, enough, now I have to go back to theater because I am not being exploited, mined or extracted the deeper things from within myself, which I know I possess. I have, every human being possesses, and I probably have the skill or the ability to express it in a vocal and physical way that people would also taste the depth of a being. I've been lucky to be taught by great teachers, and I have experienced it in theater. I give you an example. What's the difference between a great response from an audience and okay response? Like when we performed Othello in England, and people would be queuing up, and they would wait for half an hour, 40 minutes just to hold our hands and just not talk for almost half an hour. That, oh my God, thank you so much, for no words also. I'm used to that kind of responses, which is so deep. The kind of gratitude that the audience feels that they have watched something which is of exquisite beauty, which I don't rarely have seen in films by any actor. Some actors, and those actors, they get the time. They get 2 years to prepare for a role. They get paid for those 2 years. In India, we don't have that culture, unfortunately. It's frivolous. It's like few days. Even sometimes you don't get a script. You get it on the set, and you have to do a great job out of it. And it's like ridiculous to ask for a great piece of acting from Indian actors because they don't get the opportunity to create that performance score. They don't have it.
That Othello one was really nice. I wish I would have witnessed that. Such a response ever in life. Lastly, recently you said that some North Eastern actors should be casted in Mirabai's biopic.
No, imagine Milkha Singh is played by a Naga man. How do you feel? or say the president of India, who had been the nuclear, missile man, is being played by someone from Mizoram. How do you feel about it? How would you feel about it? Or a great woman character, say the first doctor from Maharashtra being played by someone from Arunachal Pradesh. You'd be like, why wasn't a Maharashtrian cast in that? Or from Hindi film industry cast in that, those who are from this part. So I felt the same. I had great respect for Priyanka Chopra because I think she's a great actor. But it's not about Priyanka Chopra. It's about the film. It's about respecting a particular part of the country, and Northeast had been always neglected. And as a filmmaker, I have a responsibility to assimilate that part into mainland India. I have great power in my hand, which is the medium cinema. If the politicians could not do that, at least the artists should do it. Those, if you call filmmakers artists, and I believe that they are artists. So they have the responsibility. They should be politically conscious, socially conscious, geographically conscious, and they lost an opportunity. So if someone does a film on Mirabai, and I would hope, my earnest hope, that they would redeem themselves this time by casting someone from the Northeast and not someone from anywhere else,
That's very rightly put. And yes, now I think, I think, I had never thought about it that deeply before, but now I think it does make sense. Absolutely, it does.
That is nothing to do with the acting skills. I mean, as I said, I loved her in so many films, and she did a great job as Maricom as well.
Nice. Yes.
She did a fabulous job, but it's nothing to do about her, it's about what it's a story. It's the narrative that you are presenting to to the mainland India and to the world. Person Mary Com is from Manipur, or not from the northeast, and I'm not even. I couldn't find a single actor from there. Are you trying to tell me that? That I can't believe. It's not possible.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Now I think, yes, I agree with you on this. Thank you so much. It was a very enlightening chat indeed.
Thank you.
And all
No,
the
please.
best for your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you.